But is it? It's really just the beginning, right? Have you written a book and want it published but don't know where to start? You're not alone. Page publishing cuts through the confusion that most new authors face, like copyright protection, barcodes, printing, and digital uploading. We will get your book into bookstores now. We guide you through the publishing maze and help you distribute and sell your work in hard copy and ebook formats. That's right, we will digitize and place your book for sale on Amazon, Apple iBooks, and Google, offering it to millions. Don't waste another minute. Most publishers won't even look at new author submissions, but we're different. We review your book and provide you feedback in about a week. If we decide to publish your book, your work ends and ours begins. From copy editing and proofing to typesetting and book cover art, our team gets you into bookstores fast.
Call now for your free author submission kit at 866-204-0965.
Tracy Clinic, located at 740 Main Street in Tracy City, specializes in family medicine. Nurse practitioner Devin Land Lampley is now seeing patients. Call today for an appointment at 592-4242. Open 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Thursday. That's the Tracy Clinic, 592-4242.
Sequatchie Valley Electric Cooperative is here to serve you in your business or in your home. Pay your electric bill in the comfort of your own home with SVEC's new online billing service. Wouldn't it be nice to know in advance how much to budget for your electric bill each month? Visit us at one of our convenient offices or go online to www.svalleyec.com. Sequatchie Valley Electric, providing electrical service to over 33,000 homes and businesses in all or portions of Bledsoe, Grundy, Marion, Sequatchie, Coffee, Hamilton, Ray, and Van Buren counties in Tennessee. SVEC, staying up with today and working for tomorrow.
That's true. And
Right?
we have some some wonderful.
Are we on? Stacie and I are going to solve all the
Sorry.
problems in the world. So today, super excited to have Mayor Stacie Hutcheson. I was telling her I was on a team meet or a Zoom or something yesterday, and it was a very serious technical discussion, and with some smart people. And someone piped up and says, "Well, Tracy City is really doing great." They're ahead of us, and I'm like, "Ooh, look at Tracy."
Well, we have an amazing team. I could talk all day long about our amazing team, and we're working together. Everybody's got the same goal, so that works. That's working for us.
It shows.
It does. There's
Everyone.
evidence. There's evidence all around our city when you drive through that our folks are working together.
You know what really did it for some folks, and this is going to sound silly, and I went to down off the mountain to buy some for Harton Park because the lights that you strung across Depot Street.
That was the starting.
And people go, "Oh,
Yeah.
what could be?" It just takes some lights, and then here we are.
We have a vision. We're working real hard to get that down on paper so we can share that with people. But we do have a vision. We're going to get there.
You're going to get there.
We're determined.
Before we get into the nuts and bolts of all the things that are going on in Tracy, my favorite holiday besides the birth of Jesus is the birth of our nation.
Right.
So you've done it up, haven't you?
Well, we've tried to elaborate on our historic big 4th of July celebration anyway. So we've tried to elaborate on this, and we've added a few things, and I wanted to make sure to mention all those things. But we're going to start off in the morning, 9 a.m. with a bicycle parade. Roxanne got that going years ago, and it's just grown and grown and grown. We'll start decorating at 8:30. We provide all the decorations if you want to come and start decorating, but the parade will start at 9. We're also going to have the Shiver Shack there.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that's shaved ice. And all bicycle parade participants get a free shaved ice, compliments of Commissioner Don Hutcheson.
Oh, that's on.
Yeah, and we're also having a water slide blow up. So bring your chair, Mama, and bring a towel, and just spend the day with us. We're going to have the blow up water slide there from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
So it's going to be going all day.
It's going to be going all day. All day. We're going to start out down there at 9. And then for our big parade celebration, of course, lineup starts at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
That'll be at the old Save-A-Lot area.
Mm-hmm.
And James Whitman is doing the lineup. Sarah will be doing registration. I will post a map on, we've got a event page going, and it is Tracy City 4th of July.
Thank you so much.
And we have all the information on there, parade routes, parade times, awards, and prizes are listed on there. Yeah, so we're going to have live music. The parade starts at 6. I'm getting ahead of myself. The parade starts at 6. And then we will be starting up live music in Roundhouse Park at 7:30. And that will be Brianna Fuquay and Lone Cove.
Yeah.
And those are the Pelham guys. Yeah, the Hill Boys.
The Hill Boys.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're so cute.
They are so
it's
cute.
It's so easy to deal with. So, but anyway, they're playing all over the place. They played for Mike Parton's big event he had in Atlanta for the co-op stuff. And so they play in different places in Georgia too. So they're going to come be with us. I'm excited about that. That will be from 7:30 to 10. We're going to bring everybody back to the Roundhouse Park to make the announcement on the awards. Our overall winner again will be $500. So anybody wanting to put in a float or be a participant, make sure you get a number, because that's how we give out our awards. So we're excited about that.
Who are you going to be your judges?
Well, Ben Loman is our big sponsor for the parade and the nighttime events.
Okay.
So I've asked them if they want to be judges.
Nice.
They are pondering on that a little bit.
It's brutal sometimes to be a judge.
It's hard. But last year we found out if we drive our judges around ahead of time so they can kind of see things ahead of time, then they'll kind of get an idea of what they're looking for. We don't theme it. It's a patriotic theme. Everybody expresses themselves differently. So, except for my churches. Our churches are trying to win souls, not trophies and awards. So they're judged a little bit differently. They're judged on their message versus patriotic. Let's see, what else? Oh, fireworks will be on July the 3rd.
That is good. Are you doing David's sampling?
We are doing
Is that
David. That's why we do it on the 3rd. Mm-hmm. He has committed to Monteagle for years, which we fully support that as well. But we will be doing ours July 3rd at dark over at the fairgrounds.
With that cool mural.
Oh, I know. I'm so excited about that.
Oh my.
Keith did an amazing job with that. And Shane Payne with the Downtown Development Committee did a great job, and the tourism department with getting all that set up, making the arrangements. But Keith really knocked it out of the park.
It did. Well, and speaking of, are we done with 4th? Because we could talk all day about 4th. I love the 4th of July.
Our kids, I think Roxanne, for our Kids' Day, Roxanne will be adding a few things. I think she's having a watermelon eating contest. Yeah, a few things. And we're going to grow this every year. But, of course, it takes participation. So bring your kids out. Let them enjoy a day in Tracy City. We're going to try to create some shady spaces for our moms and different things. But just come and enjoy the fellowship and our independence. Yeah, to be able to have fun things for our community. So
true story.
It is.
Now, Tracy City is the last. I think I'm going to try to attempt most of the parades this year for Morning on the Mountain. And so the deal is you've got to save enough candy or whatever you're throwing out for Tracy, because Tracy City is our last one, and it's huge.
It's huge, and it's at the time of day when everybody's winding down. It's cooler. The sun's going down a little bit. So, yeah, we usually have a really great turnout, and we so appreciate that.
Oh, it's just
Yeah.
amazing, and you think you go through. So you start out and you're going, oh hey, this is fun, and you're like, oh it's almost over, and you turn the corner at Hanks, and then you're like, wow, there's a whole nother city waiting for me,
Yeah.
and it's unbelievable, and everyone is so patriotic and so excited at 6:00, because you're right, it's probably at the end of the day, and
Yes,
they're
it
just
is.
happy to be there, and
Yeah, and we appreciate that. I mean, people from all over the county, and we're excited. We want to grow it, bring us all together in one place. That doesn't happen a lot. We all celebrate all throughout the day, but this will be the final time. I think Jana does some things in Altamont. I think they shoot their fireworks off. Of course, Monteagle will have fireworks that night. I'm not sure about Beersheba.
everybody does except Colmont, and
Okay.
Colmont does theirs the 28th.
And Pelham does
And
theirs the
Pelham
weekend
does
before.
theirs the 28th as well. Yeah.
So, but yeah,
So you'll end the whole thing, yeah, with that and the street dance. I
yeah.
love it.
So,
All right, well, I'm going to go into all the things that's going on in Tracy, because it's unbelievable.
well, it is, and I'm
I don't know how you do
holding
it.
on.
I don't know
I'm
how you do
holding
it,
on.
honestly.
Well, I don't do it alone, for sure.
You got a good team.
I have an amazing team. I could tell you about them all day long, from our employees to our aldermen, to our downtown development, to all the other agencies we utilize. We have got a lot going on, and I've started delegating. You know, that was hard for me.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah,
Woo.
yeah, we're creating these committees. It's working out well. I just have to let go a little bit
It's
and
hard.
get everybody in place. Yeah, it is. It's very hard to do that, and it's not my nature to do that. So, but I'm learning.
You're doing great. Well, it gets more people excited, and you know what I found in committee work? I just have to trust the process, because what I go in with an idea thinking I'm pretty dead on and I'm right.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden in a committee structure, there's different viewpoints, and I have to rethink. I'm like, that's so much better.
Yes.
And you end up with a better result when everyone kind of brings something to the table.
Yeah, that happened to me in our downtown development
Yeah.
committee Monday night. Somebody said something, and I thought, oh, why did we not think about that?
Mm-hmm.
You know. So yes, but you have to be willing to listen.
Well,
and you
right.
have to be willing to process it. You have to be willing to stuff some of that pride down.
Oh boy.
And say, it doesn't have to be my way, you know. And I represent 1,400 people in our little city,
Yeah, you do.
from the elderly to the kids. And so I have to really back up and think, what's better as a whole? What do we need as a whole? It's not just, you know. And so that's why you have committees that can focus on one department. But as a mayor, I have to look at it as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You just kind of like the mother of the flock, you know, and you're just like, well, how's it checking in?
yeah.
Seeing what everybody's
I'm
doing?
more of a glorified organizer, you know, and which brings me to the part where this is not a delegating job. You have to, those people that like to just have a title and delegate, that's not working. That doesn't work. You have to be boots on the ground. A difference is action. A difference is not a voice complaining about something all the time.
It's called
Backseat.
whining. It's called whining.
It's called whining. Yes, boots on the ground. You know, be engaged and know and be willing to do it, not speak it.
True
Yeah.
story.
Jesus is the only one that is able to speak things into existence.
Amen. Well, and you've been juggling grants are a Dickens anyway.
We have so many grants
I don't know how
going
you do
right
it.
now.
I just don't know how you
Yeah.
do it.
Well, that's a job. Yeah, of course, Roxanne, Downtown Development Committee. Shane Payne's been a valuable asset to me. But we have we've gotten started with the block grant, and that is for the fire hall. So excited about that. We're doing
Yes.
environmental studies about that. which that's the property that Margaret Ann Thomas donated to the community.
You mean that awful Margaret Ann Thomas
Donated.
I
know
land
her. I've known her my whole entire
for
life.
a fire hall.
yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, I judge people by their actions. Yeah. So anyway, she donated the property. We got going on this. We're in the environmental studies. We didn't get all the funding that we wanted to get, so we had to back up with the engineer, look at the project again, rearrange some things with the possibility of future build-outs. So we got all that settled.
Nice.
And we're moving forward with that.
Yeah, because I'd heard someone say, "Oh, well, when are they going to build the fire hall?" And go, "There is a lot of processes."
Yeah. I don't think
involved.
we'll have any problem with the environmental studies, so we should be breaking ground, moving forward pretty quickly.
That's awesome.
I know. I'm so excited
What are you
about
going to do
that.
with the old fire hall?
Well, our police department, they're having to park outside. They don't have a shelter, so they'll probably utilize that. Our street department will utilize that. We can always utilize that for town halls, different things like that. It'll be utilized, whether it be storage or whatever.
Okay, gotcha. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
The and the other thing that was brought up, and I know you're going to continue on, but this dovetails the downtown grant. You're the
Absolutely.
only downtown city in Grundy County.
We just closed out. I had somebody come up to me and say, people don't understand how you're doing all this stuff downtown, and then our roads have issues. So I can explain that easily. The tourism grant, all those things have very small matches, 5% match. And
So
that's,
nice.
yes, so nice because we are in a tier 4, we're a distressed county. That's it. So that person said, well, you probably shouldn't be doing this stuff downtown before you fix the roads. Well, this is free money. So
We're back to the free money again.
yeah, this is free money. We can't turn away free money just because this issue is not corrected yet, which we are working on. But we're closing up the tourism grant we got. We are in the downtown improvement grant that we got. Yeah. $214,000. Half of that goes to the city, half of that goes to our business owners. And that's the least we can do is submit for that, because we can't help them a lot financially with dollars. But what the downtown improvement grant is, our business owners can submit a project and they pay 25% of the project amount versus 100% out of their own pocket. So, but it's a process. It's a process. It's for facade, for outside improvements, nothing interior, all exterior improvements. There's strict guidelines. But the business owner does that. They get the quotes, submit it. They submit an application, and then the Downtown Development Committee will go through those applications and try to spread the money out.
Nice.
Evenly, and this is our first one, so this is a learning process.
Sure.
But we had our town hall, the first meeting
Yeah.
about it. 14 business owners showed up. We sure did. It was amazing. My heart was so full. Yeah, that many people showed an interest in that. So that's the least we can do to help them. So that's a big deal for our business owners. Yeah. So, and we're still addressing the issue of our vacant buildings. If you have a vacant building that you want to rent out, sell, lease, whatever that looks like, we will work with you on that in the recruiting process. But what we're saying is we don't want to put the full burden of the operation of our city on the property owner. And Tracy City has a property tax, which funds our police department, fire department, takes care of infrastructure, all the things. So, and we have an occupancy tax, which is where the Airbnbs, the
those have been a
VRBOs,
blessing.
that is a very hefty tax. It's very healthy tax coming in. We see a lot of profit off of that. So we have those two things coming in, but our retail is not coming in. So that goes back to the businesses and how we want to create more retail. While people are staying here, which we have evidence of, we want them to spend money here, which takes the burden off the property owner.
Right.
Yeah, so it's all, we want it to come full circle. We want to fill in all the blanks and make everything work like a well-oiled machine. So that's where we're at in Tracy City.
Wow.
So if you have a vacant building, we would love to put something in there. And we're working on getting it on paper what we want for Tracy City. I know people are like, don't get a Gatlinburg. We do not want a Gatlinburger. Actually, we like our small town charm. We're not interested in chain restaurants or chain hotels. We may be interested in a Tractor Supply. We may be interested in an Airbnb. Not an Airbnb. What is it where you stay? Bed and breakfast.
Oh, that'd
bed
be
and
cute.
breakfast. Yeah. So we want to keep our small town charm intact, but we do want retail. And as you know, our population falls below any, that keeps us, which I can tell you we've been in contact with Representative Bricken and last week.
She's fierce,
with
man. She's
Senator
fierce.
Boland, which I met with Wednesday. So we're having those conversations about those issues as well, which we can address later on. But we got grants open. We just applied for the T-Mobile grant, $50,000 for community spaces, no match on that. And we applied for the Healthy Built grant, that's $80,000, no match for outdoor spaces, community spaces, improvement on those things. So we can't turn down the free money because we've not been able to address, and we are addressing the resurfacing issue, the state park issues. We are doing all those things too. But those are the grants that we have open right now. And then of course South Cumberland Community Fund, they give multiple grants out through the year, which we try to stay on top of those. But we're working hard for the free money. We like it. We're going to
it's hard to-
utilize it.
yeah, how do you turn it down?
We're not going to turn it down. And our superpower is we're persistent. We are going to stay persistent in reaching out for that funding. Our people deserve it. They're hard workers. They're resilient. They're resourceful. They deserve it, and we're gonna make it happen.
I love it. All right, my favorite building downtown is that county building.
That county building, it's under a grant too. I'm so sorry.
What?
It is under a grant. Tracy City has regained control over that. It was under a 25-year lease. Anyway, Tracy City has gained control over that. The building is in a terrible shape. We have put that under the Brownfield grant.
Oh.
Yes, we got that. And the grant we got is identifying. We're in the identifying process. We've started the environmental studies on that to identify lead paint, asbestos, all the things
All the
that
yuckies,
that
the
come along.
mold and-
Yes, with unmaintained and old structures. That's what it comes along with. And don't get me started on the maintenance issue. That's Tracy City dropped the ball on that part of.
You got to maintain things.
You have to maintain things, and it's routine maintenance. So anyway, that's under there. What that grant's also it's going to give us a dollar amount of how can we fund this as a city? What do we want to do with this? What grant funding is out there for that? Can we sustain it? Different questions. That's what will come out of this grant.
Is it going to be like, because the big buzzword these days is incubators.
Incubators, that's it. And that's where we're going to, because we want to grow our own retail, because we don't qualify for a lot of retail. Because
There's no incentives. We don't have any incentives to
That's
give.
right. That's right. And so we're going to grow our own, and that's okay. We can do that. I have faith that we can do that. I think we have people that are interested in opening a small business. I think we have. I just think we have the resources to do that and make that happen. That's not my announcement to make, but I think it's going to happen.
Well, it's and as we talked about in tourism ad nauseum, they're coming. I mean,
Oh,
the
they're
visitors
coming.
are coming.
We're found out.
Yeah, it's a million plus a year. I mean, they're coming, but they should. We need them to share the love with our local businesses.
Yeah, and you know, my folks in Tracy City, I call them my people.
Your
That's who
people.
I'm referring
That's your
to.
people.
The citizens of Tracy City have spoken, and they say we don't want change here, and it's a conversation I have to have, all 1,400 of them, and I want to know what do you mean by change. And I think what they mean, we're going to change in appearance because we have to.
We have got to gussy.
Yeah, we have got to gussy up some, and that's your favorite term. We have got to. We got to keep on going. You know, we got to move forward. If you stop, you stagnate, which is why I ran for this position anyway. We had to stop moving. So movement is good, but we're going to change in appearance. The faces are going to change among our city, but if we don't want our culture to change, I think that's what people mean when they say we don't want change. I think they're referring to our culture, and that is solely up to us whether that changes or not. And if we have rules and regulations are a good thing, holding people accountable, being transparent, those are all good things. If we have those things in place, we can control growth. We can and when I say growth, I don't use that term loosely either. But when I say growth, I mean internally a lot of times within ourselves. We want to strengthen our community, and that's growth too. But we want to grow together, not apart.
It's for Hazel. It's for our children.
Oh yes, Hazel and Claire are my driving forces. I mean, that's why we're doing this. And not just, I say that for them, that's the driving force behind me doing this. But my family's so supportive of me doing it. Majority of the time, Savannah gets a little bit out of shape sometimes because,
Love her.
yeah, if I get a bad rap, she's just like, you know, my son-in-law actually said, "Nay, we're praying you don't run next time." And I'm, but for the most part, they are very supportive of me doing this. But I had a community that helped my parents raise me, of teachers, preachers, coaches, community that invested in me. So I do it for them too. It's come full circle. It's my turn.
It is your turn.
It's my turn to give back to those people.
And that's what it's about.
It is. It is. And I value their opinions. They have, very seldom have they steered me wrong. You know, I have to take a lot of flack for them because they, not, you know, I'm not the mayor and them giving me advice or their opinion. They're bossing me. They're telling me what they want, you know, and we have.
Oh, our people don't hold back, do they?
No, but I appreciate that. They've known me since I was in diapers, and I'm okay with that. I need to know what you think. I value your opinion. This is your money that we are spending, and I want to know what you want for you. I want you to know what you want for your children and your grandchildren. We want to know. We want to hear from you. And I'm thinking about having a coffee and conversation for our community. Let me know. Get engaged.
Coffee with the mayor.
We need you. We need to know what you want. But I do have a problem when people don't want to have a conversation or can't have a conversation.
I know.
We are all entitled to our opinion, but we have to do it in a respectful way. This is a shared space. We all live here together, and we just have to be respectful of that and recognize that. It can't all be about me. And believe you me, I've had to work through some of that myself.
Pride, and we've been learning it in Daniel. Pride is it is right before the fall.
It is, and I had to, when I first got in. Well, it even happened in EMS, but when I first got into that, I had to work through a lot of issues, and pride being one of them. Asking for money, not realizing that we have issues that we need to work on. I had issues I had to work on. Asking for help, which falls in the pride.
That's pride.
Being united, that's pride. All that stuff works in there, and that's an internal issue. It's an internal issue that we as a community need to work through. Believe you me, I had to work through it. The first time that I sat in a meeting and I heard words like poverty, unhealthy, uneducated, backwoods, white trash, trailer park, all this.
Those are fighting words, man.
All the words that come, all the stigma that comes with the poverty label, I had to work through. I had to work through. I was mad. I was defensive. I was sad. I was embarrassed. All that emotion all welled up in me, and I was like, what do I do with this? So I had to process it. And it took a while. It took a while. And so a lot of this job daily, Seth Lane says, we have to die daily. We have to die to our flesh daily. And I hear him say that every day. And that resonated with me. And we
so
do.
Profound.
I know. And he's crazy at the same time, and I love him. He's so over the top, and I love it.
But that's our people, when it and I still get triggered as this as well, because I don't want anyone talking about my people, right? Because when Armageddon happens, where's everybody going to turn to?
Right.
It's going to be Daryl from The Walking Dead. We've got skills, we've got grit, we've got soul, we've got all
resilience,
the wonderful,
all
of it, that we can survive anything, except for our internal struggles. I'm fighting north, south, east, west.
Those are real problems. We can just like this issue with the school board and stuff. We can blame it on the outsiders or the Dr. Durleys or the tourists coming into our city. We can blame it on that, but we have internal issues that were here long before the tourism came, long before Dr. Durley came, long before all these things. There's documented issues from way back. And that is something we are going to have to deal with internally, just like I had to do. You've probably had to do it. We need to address it, and we need to figure out, I just don't want us to implode. And that's what we're going to do.
We are at that point, and we talked about before we went on the show. I want to love every single person in the whole world. Sometimes it's hard. But I believe God put these situations in front of us to shine the light on our dysfunction, and that for us to get out of that, we have to grow as a people and to unite and love one another and quit doing what we've been doing.
Yeah, I struggle, and I struggle with all that too, and I could elaborate all day on some of that stuff. But we claim to be very deep-rooted in faith, and flesh dying daily, hearing people, just all the things I've already said. This is a shared space. This is where we are growing our children. This is where we're growing our future, and we need to lead by example. And believe you me, I don't have all my kinks worked out either.
No, it really does.
I don't. And even with my own family, my personal family, I'll tell you, I just wouldn't trade my dysfunctional family for nobody else's dysfunctional family. And we just need to acknowledge it, one, and then we need to start pulling back the layers and just get to the core of the problem and address it and attack it, just like when we feel like we're being attacked. And that's what we've got to do. I feel like that's what we've got to do.
I tell you too, and your mama is one of my favorite people in the whole wide world.
Mine too.
She just has such grace under pressure.
She does, and that's not something I got from her. I want that.
It's April, isn't it?
April does better under pressure. Well, it's according to what the pressure is, not medical pressure. No, not in a crisis.
No, you're a crisis gal.
But she has stood in the face of of a lot of attack and walked away. We have seen those tears. You know, people like to do that when one person starts. It's like the chicken syndrome. When you start pecking on that one little chicken, everybody wants to join in. Yeah, and I've seen that happen.
Oh, it's brutal. The
It
fire
is
and
brutal.
pitchforks are
It
just
is.
brutal.
It is. I've seen it happen within my own family, but that's okay because I know who we are. I know who we are, and I found that out through soul searching and figuring that out. So I think we all need to search ourselves sometimes, and then have a little bit of grace for each other. I learned to be. I don't know, show some empathy. Yeah, work on our ethics. Make informed decisions. All the things. And that's through conversation. And if you can't have a conversation, you know, and used to, I wanted to just, you know, if you wasn't going to do it like I wanted to do it, I'll just pack up and leave. And there's evidence all in my past that shows that.
We all have done
I'm
that.
learning. I've learned. You know, you hunker down and you deal with it.
You can't take your ball and go home and quit.
You can't. That's something you have to learn, though. And
It's
I've
tough.
learned it. Yeah.
And to be a team player, I know when elections didn't go my way in Monteagle, you know, I remember that's my home. And so elections didn't go away. Am I going to quit? Am I going to just not help my community because I'm mad? I mean, that's just silly. And I've been guilty of it, but I had to rethink, and it's like, what's more important? Is it your leadership or is it your community? And hopefully the two align.
At some point, they should.
At some point, yeah.
They should. And it's self-awareness. It's accountability, you know, within yourself. This job, you would not believe this job, what it has brought to the surface. And I think that may be one of the reasons why the Lord laid it on my heart to run. You know, it's because I had some issues I needed to work through. Yeah. And one was learning how to show emotion and how to process it.
Really?
I had been a paramedic, you know, for 20 years.
Yeah,
and,
you have to be tough.
And we suppress emotion. You don't show emotion. You don't, you know, there's no crying, you know. People, I mean, would you like for me to pull up your house and start crying?
No.
You know, so, you know, we had to learn how to do that. And we suppress it so deep sometimes that it's hard to even show emotion and how to process it. So this job has taught me how to do that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, you're a great leader. Any advice that you
Organizer.
give? I know. Well, everyone brags on you. I got to.
I did want to mention that we met with Representative Bricken and Senator Boland. Met with both of those this past week, and to address Grundy Lakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my conversation with them was that we are bringing Tennessee, we're bringing tourism to Tennessee. We're bringing money to Tennessee with all our state parks. And I think that Grundy Lakes, as well as the Fiery Gizzard, needs a little love. It needs a little love. Once we get them here, we're doing our part with the hospitality and the small town charm. We're selling it. But those things need some love. And we also talked about a resurfacing. When I first got into office, I sat 2 days with TDOT to learn that we did not we didn't qualify for resurfacing grants because our population is below 5,000. Yeah. So my argument to that is Tracy City is 6 miles off the interstate. We have 2 state parks, going to be 3 if they get Lone Rock going. And then we have 200 Airbnbs. I mean, we have all these things. We have the Mountain Goat Trail going through our city. And we need to be able to include our traffic count of some sort. We need to look at the definition of rural, because rural is classified as 50,000. That is Tullahoma.
That's
I'm
Tullahoma.
sitting in meetings with Cleveland and Athens and all that, and they're talking about rural communities. And no, we're super rural. We're Appalachia. There needs to be a different
It really
a
does.
different set of criteria for us. We need to create a formula for areas like us that are bringing in tourism to Grundy County and to Tennessee. We need to relook at that with resurfacing. And so I've talked to Johnny Ray, I've talked to the state, and I talked to the senator and the representative about mowing the sides of the highways. We talked about cleanup of debris in a timely manner. We talked about resurfacing and what that looks like. I've talked to Johnny Ray about the roads that we are resurfacing don't seem to be holding up as well. I'm not sure if that's materials or what the issue is there, but we did sit down and have a conversation, and these roads were paved about 30 years ago. And so we're trying to go back over them with tar and chip because that's what's more financially feasible for us. And it may not be binding as well. So there may be another step where we need to include in this. But I know that we have repaired 4 major tiles in Tracy City. The infrastructure is just bad, and it's aged, and no maintenance has been done in 30 years, in a long time. No serious maintenance. So we have replaced 34 residential tiles. We have tiles going up to Grundy Lakes. And I want to make a shout out to Bill Knapp. Included me in an email. He is with Grundy Lakes and the state parks. He sent out an email to TDOT, and Debbie Brown actually made a post, but she went a step farther, and she made emails to her state representative, and he came back up to see. He and I had a conversation about it. So we're all in this together. So your voice matters. Your input matters. Your action matters. So you can't just say, hey, Stacie, you need to be doing this, or hey, Ida, you need to be doing this. Put that request into action and see what happens, because Representative Brigham came back up here.
Yes, he did.
And to look at that. Bill Knapp sent an email. So we need action to go along with the complaint, even within our city. In the downtown improvement grant meeting, I had somebody say, well, what you need to do is you need to put these plant containers, these containers out at the red lights and put plants in them and do, beautify it some. I totally agree. But what I hear you telling me is that you want to head up the garden club, and you want to plant these flowers.
Yes.
You want to see beautification. It's one thing to want it, but do you want to commit to it?
Yep.
Because we need help. We need bodies. We need action. That's what we need. We can sit around and talk about it all day long, but until there's movement, we're spreading water.
Do we have a garden club in Tracy?
No, we do not have a garden
We
club.
don't have one in Mont Eagle.
I want a garden, but that's more than just sitting around talking about it. That's boots on the ground
It is.
doing it.
That's what it is. It's not just meetings. It's discussing up the public areas. My understanding. So,
Yes. And we've got help. Emily Parton at Philatel Parton Center, which is the old high school. It'll always be the old high school, but we are trying to be, it does have a name, Full Resource Center. And she has given it her heart and soul.
Yes,
she has raised it through the teenage years, the hard years, and her friend Bobby Sue Fugate helps her tremendously. But that is a full-on resource center. We had the Navy Seabees up here. That started out with us reaching out to, I say us, her, reaching out to IRT and Katie Goforth helping with that. They weren't able to come, but directed us toward the Navy Seabees. They came up here. As you know, Emily and Stephen Roberts went out on a campaign to get funding for that. The community stepped up for that. South Cumberland Community Fund stepped up for that. And we had one more donor, and I cannot remember who that was. I'm so sorry. But anyway, made that happen. They came up here, spent 2 weeks working in the gym, all free labor. We did feed them, or the community stuck together through grant funding and a GoFundMe for food and lodging, and got that done. So we're thinking outside the box too on how to generate. We're getting money, we're looking at all the options. But anyway, and that's another thing I want to talk about. The Littell Parton Center is up and going. The foundation is being made for the elevator to make that ADA compliant, and we can get everybody upstairs. But that is the behavioral health. That is the drug coalition, Grundy Coalition.
That's Belinda's, right?
Belinda Morgan. She works with the youth. That is the housing.
Grundy Safe Coalition.
Yeah, Grundy Safe Coalition. Housing Hub. The new transportation, Go Grundy's going in there.
What?
Yeah. Emily can tell you all the resources that are in there. American Job Center is in there. All the things next door. We have gained control back after a 20-year lease on that. So Tracy City has that building as well. We have free clinic in there. The public library is in there. And the waterworks is in there. And we have a vacant area that's available for rent. Ooh. If anybody wants to go in there for that. But we have tons of resources on that campus. And we're excited about that too.
What about the performing arts / theater area?
Emily has been working hard on getting funding for that. We are working on the auditorium as well as the gym. They just delivered new blinds in there, so hopefully we will show movies in there. That will be a performing arts. We can hold town halls there, different things like that.
And it's all coming together.
It's all coming together. It's been a very lengthy process.
Yeah, when did this start? Like in the 2000s?
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
Yeah, I believe. Early 2000s.
Yeah. Emily just...
The building, they moved out to the high school, when was that, in 96 or something like that? And
Peggy Nargis was still mad.
Yeah.
A couple of days before she passed.
Yeah.
Still fired up about that.
And it sat vacant for like 20 years. And then Emily started the process of funding and different things. So, yeah, I would say that.
It just takes focused folks
to
get things done.
And diligent. She has...
Persistent.
Oh, yeah. That's our superpower in Tracy City.
Well, she's the one who did the downtown, to become a downtown community.
She did. She got us started with that. That's how we are able to, in which the county is a 3-star, which all the communities can come in on that for grant funding. But she got us started on the downtown, whatever that is. It's a process.
Yeah.
It's a process you have to go through to be able to apply for certain grants.
Yeah, I think Montgo's going to look into that.
Yeah.
What did we miss, Mayor Stacie?
There's a lot of things that we've still got going on. There's a lot of things in our sports programs that we're trying to unite, get us all under one umbrella, which takes conversations. But anyway, we want everybody under one umbrella. Tracy City really dropped the ball on that with having engagement with their youth programs like that. So we're trying to get that back up and going and let everybody function as a whole. And maybe it may be just a scheduling issue where all our kids could play multiple sports, different things like that. I think sometimes we lose sight and we think it's about winning and losing, but it's about team building. It's about instilling community in our youth at an early age. And team sports are very valuable. That's a question we ask when we're hiring people, even at any level. When I'm hiring people, did you play team sports? Because you learn so much from team sports.
Sure do.
Problem solving, being a team player. knowing it's not all about you.
There's no I in team.
No. So, yeah, we're starting up soccer. And,
Wow.
yeah, that's going to be South Cumberland soccer
Good.
for the whole top of the plateau and any surrounding groups that want to come in and play.
Are you going to do that over the ball field? Where are you going to do that?
We are going to do that. Initially, we were going to the BOE gave us permission to use the property behind Fleury Field. So we've been prepping that for a small soccer field. And then we had been in conversation with the football to use the practice field for the older kids until we could figure out what we were doing and get everybody on one page. So, and then that's what we were going to play. And as you know, the football has pulled out, and they're going to. Not sure if
They're
they're
gonna
dissolving.
unite?
They're uniting with out at the
group.
like they do the junior jackets. So they're doing that. I hope that works well.
think that's
but
wonderful.
if it doesn't, we are still looking in. I don't know if it's going to be tag football or what we're going to do, but we are looking at getting. So when the gym's finished, basketball for our youth. It may not be the most competitive, but that's not what it's all about. But football, basketball, soccer, baseball, softball,
Nice.
all the things.
And it's Tracy, but it's a South Cumberland kind of concept. All the kids are
Yes,
welcome.
yes, absolutely. I don't know. Somebody had mentioned to me a flag football, a wiffle ball. I know Tracy City baseball is doing a Monday night thing that they're playing out in Grootley and in Tracy City. One night a week. I think they all show up and then they pick teams and divide up, and which I think is so good. I love that. I love that, and I think that's going on through the whole month of June, which we're finished with. But I think they've been trying to do that. They may extend that. I don't know. It's a lot of work, but we've had so much rain. I'm not sure how
Oh, the
much
rain.
playtime they've got in.
Yeah, the rain started with the rain.
Yeah, and then I met with the state aging and disabilities.
Okay.
Mont Eagle has a senior center. Tracy City does not. A lot of my people are going to Mont Eagle.
Oh.
But there are a lot of services that group provides that our seniors are not getting. So I had a town meeting, pulled in a lot of my community, not necessarily every one of them that I called. They said, which group do I fall in, the aging or the disabilities? So I had a good group and meet with me about 15 showed up for that, yeah. And so I wanted them to hear it besides me and see what we needed, what would work in our community. And so we're trying to figure that out, navigate that. I'm working with Mayor Maloof. Do we need one centrally located senior center? What do we need? Do we need congregate meals? Do we need home delivery meals? The mock van that they've got coming up, the diagnostic van.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you see it parked. It's with UTC.
Yeah.
They've partnered with the state to do that. Just different things that I was unaware of. So we've got our youth, we've got our elderly, our aging community. We're just trying to work through all the things. There's a lot.
There is, and I know we're missing something, and it just escaped me that you're doing. All right, we talked about the mural.
Yes.
The Grundy County Saddle Club.
Oh, the Saddle Club is hosting an event, and I think it is this weekend. Is that not right?
Yeah, it's Saturday, and it should not be raining, in theory.
Saddle Club, 4 p.m., and I think it goes till 7. They're showing
they
a
have a
movie.
movie, yeah.
They're having a movie. They're doing all the things. And you know they're working on the extension of the Mountain Goat Trail that goes around by Yarborough Field, there behind Squatchy Valley, and leads into the state park over there, the Fiery Gizzard.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they're working on that.
I know what I was thinking about. The ACI opening.
The ACI will be, that is going to be a meet and greet with the ACI, that's the Appalachian Conservation Institute. And that is what most of our community refers to as low gap. Yeah, low gap out. And so that is a private organization. that has opened this up to our community. So we'll be meeting at the tourism department that is on Depot Street, and that's going to be Monday, June the 30th at 5 p.m. or 6. Oh gosh, let me see.
Oh boy.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That will be at 6 p.m.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, light refreshments. They'll do a presentation. You'll get to meet the folks that are heading that up. We have a lot of local folks that they've hired to help with that. So I'm interested in hearing it. I hear that it is beautiful out there. And I missed their opening with the Leonard Tate
I missed that too, yeah.
birthday party. So I hear that it is just gorgeous, and all the things they're doing out there.
And it's free. It's a permit system, but you'll learn. Just come on out to the open house because
Yeah.
it's over 10,000 acres, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it goes down into Sequatchie County and
It
in
goes
Marion
into
County.
that, and they're offering. You can do a permit system. You can hunt there free.
Yeah,
You just have to check in.
check in. We had to do that when we went to Glacier Park.
Yeah.
You do that at nightly or
Yeah.
however they do it. I'm not sure how ACI is working their program, but it's. I would invite everybody to come out and hear what they're saying. I know a lot of our locals have been out there in that area a lot growing up.
That's the hardest thing, I think. You know, we got the OHV park for that reason because Steve Melton was seeing the signs of all the land being bought up in the cove.
Yeah.
That was like in the '07 time when everyone was throwing money at big land before
Yeah.
the crash. And Bowater was selling the land, and all of a sudden the OHVers who go in the cove every weekend
Yeah.
are seeing their land.
Yeah.
You know, you can't. Do not enter signs.
Right.
And so you've got to have public spaces preserved
Right.
in order to keep your generational use of that land.
Well, that's where the rules and regulations come in. Yeah, we have to be accountable for not, for what we're doing to our land. And I hear so many times, they're not making land anymore, and they're not. And I want our kids to be exposed to the nature and God's creation that a lot of kids don't get to experience like our kids do.
You can't be unhappy when you're outdoors.
Yeah, we in Tracy City we want to open a outdoor shop, which CW's been doing that for
Odd
years.
Shops, yeah.
Yeah, and with the Odd Shop and pray for CW. He's going through some illness right now, but anyway, he has sold out the business. But we are looking for some of that, like with camping supplies, canoe rentals, whatever outdoor shop looks like. But I was telling somebody that this is not going to be, we don't want something like Dick's or Academy or something like that. When you come into an outdoor shop in Tracy City, we want your kids to know how to bait a hook when they leave. We want them to let you know what bait works best at the Blue Hole, what bait works best at Grundy Lakes, what works best at the reservoir, what works best, how to take a fish off a hook. If you learn how to take a fish off a hook, you're set.
So that's our small town. Charm. All right,
Yes.
last question. The entertainment area, all the happenings there with the public parking of all things. That
Yeah.
was a first in Grundy County. A big public parking lot.
We do have a public parking lot. We've parked about 30 folks there, and it works out well. All that started with Oliver getting me in the depot alley and saying, "Do you have a minute?" Well, that minute has turned into hundreds of conversations. He was gracious enough to lay his vision for Tracy City in my lap, which I will be eternally grateful for. And along with Jack Baggenstoss,
John Jack.
who brought it to life on a drawing for me, which I'm a visual person. And it just took a little bit of navigating, finding funding, knowing how that was going to work. We had some dilapidated buildings down there that we needed to figure out that. So anyway, funding came in, which I get up daily, Iva, and I ask the Lord, you know what we need. You know our heart's desire, but you lead us and you guide us, and we'll do the legwork. You just open doors. I don't want to I've talked to the Lord about our road situation. Don't worry. Not that I think we're going to drive into Tracy City and all the roads are going to be paved, but I know that He can open doors for that. I know He can open ears to that. I have to open my mouth and be able to know what we're talking about and what we need, but He will be for us. He is for us. And so I think that's where we get to. At the end of every conversation, at the end of every day, at the beginning of every day, that's what we need to focus on, is Him, and He will work out all the details.
He does.
But we have to have faith that He will do that. And I think that's where we struggle sometimes.
Well, that's the Nadine thing, is to let go and let God. That is just probably the toughest thing in the whole wide world.
That is the toughest.
But you still have to do the work.
It's the mama in me, I think. You know, I tell Savannah, you know, what I want her to do, and I know, you know, I don't want her to make the same mistakes I do. That's why we have history. That's why we share our history, so we don't make the same mistakes. But making mistakes are not bad. We learn from if we learn from them.
If we learn from them.
But it's Tracy City we have Will Rice told me one day. I love Will. He's with the fellowship program that the governor initiated, and he's invaluable. He's an invaluable tool. But he looked at me one day and he said, Mayor, it's just growing pains. It's just growing pains, and that hit me. And so, and it is. We're just going through some growing pains. We'll get there. We'll work it out.
As long as we just continue to love one another and come together as a community, that is our superpower.
That is our superpower. And the loving one another. You know, that's not hanging out and having dinner. That's not what that looks like. You don't have to do that. But we have to pray for one another. We have to hear one another. We have to be respectful of one another. There's a lot of people that I don't want to hang out with. But we have to work together.
We do. And that's really the bottom line. Oh, I love it. Mayor Stacie, you're such a shining star.
Well, I love you. You are too. You don't get near the credit you need, and you're always so positive. You know, it's like Dawn told you the other day. Really, Alva?
He's like, I would get it.
Are you so positive? You know, and you're like, well, you want me to cry about it? You know.
Well, I mean, what is the point? And God is great, honestly. Once you have that love in your heart,
yeah,
the rest is just wonderful, because you can only look up.
That's it.
Right?
That's
I mean,
it.
if you truly have that love in your heart, it's all good.
Yeah.
And you
lay it at the foot of Jesus. You have to just take it to Him. And we have a lot of healing to do too, I'm afraid.
It's okay. We're going to stop that generational hurt, and we're going to stop it now, and we're going to move forward, and we're all going to come together, and we're going to survive this school board situation.
I think so. I think so. I think that, accountability, all the things that everybody's already said, that we've already said, I think that stuff's important.
I do too.
I'm a rule follower, though.
I know you are, because you're in the emergency services. If you don't follow protocol on things, things can go very south very quickly.
Yeah, they can. And you have to be paying attention. I mean, you can't pull a medicine out once you've injected it. You know, things like that. You have to really be paying attention, see the bigger picture, you know, think outside the box and all the things. But anyway, we could talk forever.
Oh, we can talk forever. Any last words?
Yes. 4th of July parade,
July.
The big thing in Tracy City. We are starting at 9 a.m., 8:30 if you need to decorate your bike, and we will finish up at 10 o'clock. We got a full day of activities in Tracy City. Follow our Facebook event page. We are updating that.
I'm so thankful
daily.
For that event page.
Yeah, that
helps.
is Tracy City 4th of July. I will post flyers on my Tracy City Mayor page, as well as Tracy City Community, and I will post all the information. But we've got a full day planned, and we will that page, event page, you can find the routes, the awards, the times, all the information. We're very detailed in that event page. So get on there, look at that, come join us. We hope to have a good time.
We're going to have a great time.
We're going to have a great time. We're going to start off on the 3rd at Fairground Field with the fireworks.
Awesome. All right, Mayor. Thank you. The door is always open. Anytime that you have an update, I don't even, like I said, don't know how you juggle all that you do.
I love it. Some days I wished I didn't love it, but I love it.
Well, you're making a difference, and it matters.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, I'm going to send Mayor Stacie out to spread joy and sunshine wherever she goes. And we're going to go on a quick break, thank our sponsors, and we'll be right back. As always, thanks for watching Morning on the Mountain. I'll see you in a minute.
Psalm 8. To the choir master, according to the Gittith, a psalm of David. O Lord, our Lord, how majestic is your name in all the earth. You have set your glory above the heavens. Out of the mouth of babies and infants you have established strength because of your foes, to still the enemy and the avenger. When I look at your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars which you have set in place, what is man that you are mindful of him, and the Son of Man that you care for him? Yet you have made him a little lower than the heavenly beings, and crowned him with glory and honor. You have given him dominion over the works of your hands. You have put all things under his feet, all sheep and oxen, and also the beasts of the field, the birds of the heavens and the fish of the sea, whatever passes along the paths of the seas. O Lord, our Lord, how majestic is all your name in all the earth. I'm J.D. Cantrell, a member at the Mont Eagle Church of Christ, but really I'm just a guy who loves Jesus and wants to follow after him. May you do the same, and may you be blessed.
TennCare's new diaper benefit helps our youngest members and their families stay healthy and happy. If your child is younger than 2 and has TennCare or Cover Kids, they can get up to 100 diapers every month at no cost. To get diapers, visit a participating pharmacy. You don't need a prescription. Just show your child's pharmacy card at the counter. For newborns without a card, you can use the parent's pharmacy card. The pharmacy staff will check to see if you qualify and help you get up to 100 diapers for a month. TennCare will cover a variety of diaper brands and sizes to meet your child's needs. You can find a list of covered brands on the TennCare diaper webpage.
Diapers are available at Mike's Pharmacy, located at 740 Main Street in Tracy City. That's Mike's Pharmacy, 592-9190.
Piggly Wiggly, a supermarket chain since 1916, operates more than 600 locally owned stores, including the Mont Eagle location that now stocks the largest selection of fine wine, domestic and import beer in the area. Piggly Wiggly's farm fresh fruit is a sweet deal at everyday low prices. Piggly Wiggly stocks carefully selected, always fresh vegetables from the common to the unusual. All of the organic products we sell meet strict USDA guidelines. The Pig has a large meat department that to this date custom cuts and wraps its pork, chicken, and Certified Angus beef to your request. Certified Angus beef brand is a cut above USDA Prime Choice and Select. With a large dairy selection of fresh milk and cheese products and your favorite drink products, you will never go home thirsty from the Pig. Visit the Piggly Wiggly Deli and put in your order for an outstanding selection of cheeses, salads, and deli meat products from Boar's Head brand and more. Be sure to check out our weekly special circular for great deals. That's the Piggly Wiggly of Mont Eagle, Tennessee.
Hello, I'm Dr. Mircea Basaraba.
And I'm Mara Hutchings, nurse practitioner. Welcome to Southern Tennessee Cardiology. Do your legs swell, ache, and feel heavy after a long day? Or do your calves cramp up when you climb stairs? You could have a circulation problem. Here at Southern Tennessee Cardiology, we specialize in diagnosing and treating disease in both arteries and veins. With on-site ultrasound and an in-office procedure room, we will have your legs feeling great in no time.
Save gas, save time, save money, save a lot. The name says it all. Locally owned and operated, Save a Lot of Tracy City promotes shopping locally on the mountain. Come check out the clean, organized store where hometown folks like you save with weekly specials from the Weekly Shopper. Experienced employees choose our products very carefully and keep a large selection of fresh produce and fruit stocked, offering you the best deals for the best possible quality. With a primetime butcher on staff, expect fresh meat cut and packaged on location, or request your favorite cuts while shopping name brands and Save a Lot brands in our frozen food sections, and fresh milk and dairy products always up to date. Friendly, helpful faces are on staff for any requests and questions you may have. Open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Stay on the mountain. Shop at your locally owned Save a Lot. The name says it all.
The caverns, you can tour a cool cave, listen to live music underground, or kick back at the outdoor amphitheater. It's homegrown fun deep in the Tennessee hills. Check out what's going on at www.thecaverns.com, where the destination becomes a journey. Dr. Eric Shull of Shull Chiropractic Clinic is proud to serve our community from his office at the Country Mart building in Monteagle, offering trusted, effective care for all ages, including spinal decompression, dry needling, and infrared therapy. Come see what a difference it makes to feel good again. Call 931-924-4869 for an appointment today. Yeah, I know. I went a long time. We went a long time. But you know what? Mayor Stacie is doing such an amazing job, and there's so much to cover. And believe it or not, we didn't cover everything. So I think it's important for all of us to hear what leadership looks like. Leadership fails daily. People fail daily. I fail daily. But it's important that our leaders learn to continue and love and to do the right thing for the greater whole. And it's important. I'm just so proud of her and the challenges that she has faced and overcoming it with still a beautiful heart. So I'm going to ask for grace and mercy for our length of time today. I do apologize, but it was so worth it listening to her. All right. Today, Thursday, it's raining. I don't know when it's going to stop. We're going to build an ark. Today is Fresh Mess Market, 3 to 6. Everything is at the mercy. Everything is at the mercy of rain. By the Grundy County Herald, have everything possible on there. Just do that because we've run out of time. Today is Juneteenth. It's a holiday. Happy Juneteenth. Monteagle, and now that here's all the communities, Monteagle's taken off Thursday and Friday. They're giving all of their employees a 4-day weekend, which I think is absolutely fantastic. But everybody's closed today, so just go out. The post office is closed, the banks are closed, the courthouse is closed, city halls are closed. What other kind of federal or state building? Anyway, everybody's off today, celebrating Juneteenth, so just enjoy it. Today is Joyce McDowell's birthday. Joyce, I haven't heard from you and Charlie in a hot minute. They're probably building a ark over in their backyard right now. So happy birthday to Miss Joyce. Thank you for all that you do. I love all your necklaces, and you're just so sweet, and you and Charlie are so cute. So happy birthday. If you call, I may even sing happy birthday. All right, birthdays. Joe Marler's birthday is today. Oh, that's a cute picture. Brian Adams, not the singer. Jeremy Acklin, John Brooks, Janie Nunley, Amanda Pelham, Joyce Lewis, John Bell, and Wayne Davis. Happy birthday to everybody. Oh, I know. Let's talk about food. Summer meal program. Today is Thursday. It's going to be at the Colmont Elementary School UT Extension office. So that's in the back. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. You can get 10 meals, 5 breakfast, 5 lunch for kids age 2 to 18. And you can do that once a week. So that's what's going on there. Let me find my prayer list. Lord, please lift up our folks, Patsy Kennedy, Blondell Lockhart, Lewis Glover, Adam Travis, Jeff Meeks, and Gina Bascom. Alice, call in and let us know how everybody is. Jeanette Phillips, Kevin and Junior Sanders, Brenda Caldwell, Jeff Kilgore, Graceland Bryant, Jeff Pickett, Miss Jones unspoken, plus all the other unspoken, the Lord knows. Rhett McGee, a little baby, Shasta Lane. We're praying for the stronghold forces of evil will be cast down in Grundy. Hayden Parsons, Miss Virginia, as she gets through her recovery with knee surgery. Big Ron. He survived his stress test. He never wants to do it again. Nuclear stress test. Never wants to do it again. And then, of course, I've got Miss Ophelia and Miss Dola. Lord, just lift up all of our folks. I know this rain, it's your will. We accept it. If we could have some sunshine here at any time would be fantastic. But we accept it. We love it. We love you, and we're so appreciative of you in our lives. Just if you don't mind, do an extra special little lift up for the folks on our prayer list. We know prayers work, so please, a little mercy and grace for us too. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, so obviously today is going to be a little short day. Stephen's got an appointment, so I'm going to kind of go through these phone calls, get you guys registered. Our giveaways is on the 27th, so we got another week or so. I want to make sure I get everybody in, but we'll kind of probably go through everything pretty quickly. So thank you. Morning. Morning. What are you doing? I got you down. Anything we need to know today?
Oh, I'm eating watermelon.
You're doing what?
I'm eating watermelon.
Good for you. Watermelon's good for you. Where'd you get it at?
At the Walmart.
No.
Dunlap.
Is it sweet? Is it delicious and sweet?
It is real good. It's on sale.
Even better. All right.
You ain't heard nothing, have you, about the food?
No, I have not heard anything yet, but I will definitely keep you and everyone posted as soon as I know. I just know that they've got it secured now, and now they have to make those decisions. So we'll find out.
Okay.
Nothing operates fast around here. All right, well, I'm going to head out. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, and good Lord willing, we'll talk tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, see you, bye. Morning.
How you doing, Michelle?
What's up, Lily? I got you down. Anything I need to know today?
And Stacie looked pretty.
Oh, she's so pretty.
And so I thought I'd just do it before Steven did, don't it, for a minute?
Yeah, we got to get going. I just took a lot. I just felt like we needed to hear the conversation and see what's up with Tracy City.
Yeah, because I know you said he had an appointment, so I thought I'd just talk to you for a minute, and I will talk to you tomorrow.
All right. Well, we'll talk tomorrow. I got you down.
Okay.
All right. See you. Bye. Morning.
Good morning,
Hey, Miss Ophelia. Do you have rain over there in Colmont? Or in Altamont?
Well, it doesn't look like rain out my window here.
Well, it's raining here, let me tell you.
Actually, in Altamont there.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Well, I've got you down, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Well, I hope so, too, and thank you very much.
All right, Miss Ophelia. See you. Bye. When is Miss Ophelia's birthday? When is that, Brenda, if you're watching? Morning.
Good morning, Sunshine Rich.
Yes, ma'am. I am ready to build an ark. How about you?
Pretty much, yes, ma'am.
I mean, our greenery. At least you got some of that mowing done, because ours is just crazy now.
Yeah, I got some of it done, but not all of it.
All right. Well, we'll talk tomorrow. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday to you.
All right, Barbara. See you. Bye. Morning.
Good morning.
Hello, Leslie. I'm so sorry. Can we do the special reading tomorrow instead?
Well, sure. Well, it's going to be more talking than we'll be reading.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I don't want to rush it.
Yeah.
So let's do that tomorrow, and then we'll start back with Daniel on Monday, if that's okay.
All right. Sounds great.
All right, I got you down, Leslie. Have a great day.
You too.
All right, bye. Morning.
Hey, Rex, to me, it's Diane.
Hey, Diane. Is it raining a lot over there? Oh my goodness.
I need to mow, need to have yard sale, can't do nothing.
Can't do a thing. I'm telling you. Maybe this is just the good Lord's way of having us relax a little bit.
I know.
All right, girlfriend. I got you down.
Okay.
Right,
Thank you.
See you. Bye. Morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Miss Evelyn. I got you down.
And I was thinking about the roads. Texas had the best roads, but what they did, they didn't pave over the old roads. They had something like a wrecking ball, some big machine that just beat it up all the way through and just did the road over.
And that may be the solution for ours, because ours have been band-aided way too much, probably.
Yeah, the resurfacing just tends to do the same thing that the undersurface has already done.
Yep. It may just have to be just to start over, but that's okay. That's a good point.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Evelyn, I got you down. You have a wonderful day, ma'am.
You too. Thank you.
All right, see you. Bye. Morning.
Good morning.
Oh, my goodness. Happy birthday to Joyce.
Thank you, hon. I want to put a memorial birthday on her, Earl Grimes.
Earl, when's his birthday?
Mine, today.
Oh, is it his? You guys have the same one.
Yeah, I used to tell him he's a good fella because I was born on his birthday, and he just laughed.
Oh, he is so fun. I miss him.
I do too, honey.
Have you heard from Brenda? Have you heard from Brenda at all? I haven't heard from her.
She's still doing pretty good.
Okay, good. Well, if you see her, tell her we miss her.
I will.
All right, you want your birthday song?
It don't matter. You run short time. That's up to you, hon.
I'm going to do it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joyce. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
Thank you, hon. You have a good day.
Well, I appreciate you. I hope you have a fabulous day. Charlie, spoiler rotten.
I tell you, you sound like you need to go to Nashville.
They couldn't handle me in Nashville. All right, you guys, have a wonderful, wonderful day.
You too. Stay
right,
dry.
Say bye. Oh, that's a wonderful way to end. All right. Thank you, everyone, by the way. Once again, please have grace with our long interview today, but I just loved hearing from her. Tomorrow is Friday, and we're going to talk about Mountaintop, the summer camps and the things that they're doing. Also, they want to talk about getting things fixed. So they have folks coming in that fix things around your house, like if you need a ramp for a wheelchair, if you need your gutters cleaned out, if you have and you have some challenges, you're not mobile, you have some challenges, and so you need a little extra help. Mountaintop is there for you. So we're going to hear more tomorrow morning. So that's it. Go out there, spread joy and sunshine, because we're not going to see it here in a minute. And as always, thanks for watching Morning on the Mountain. I'll see you tomorrow.